Okay. Hey guys, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna be doing some everyday makeup today, trying out a couple new techniques for you guys, and I am doing a big giveaway. So, welcome. Thank you for joining in. I'm in my springiest thing that I own, which is this cute robe that I got from my FabFitFun box. And I'm going to go ahead and get started because I am hurrying and I have stuff I got to go do today. So I just wanted to say that I started this morning with my Milk moisturizer. I put that on. I have really, really dry skin, so that's kind of a nice, it's really hydrated my skin and it makes it really nice and supple and soft and ready for makeup. And then, hi Tammy, thanks for joining in. Read the details about the giveaway, guys. This is my biggest giveaway so far, and it's so awesome, and I'm really, really excited about it. So, and it can kind of close at any time, so check it out. I have my perfectors today. Who else has perfectors and a toddler who does this to your perfectors? Bites the tops off of them, bites little holes in all of them. So anyway, luckily I have a new one. I'm going to start with, since I have really dry skin, I'm going to start with using my Stay Spray, and I'm going to spray it onto my perfector, which I made really, really wet. Like I soaked it and then I squeezed it out into a paper towel or just a regular towel or whatever. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray my Stay Spray on it here and just put that all over my face. And that's going to help really keep my makeup on if you have really dry skin. I really like this method. I feel like it helps to lock in the hydration from the milk, but also keep my makeup from sliding around. So there you go. Okay, so today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I like to have a spray tan on or just like a little bit of some sunless tanner or whatever that I put on myself. And I feel like that helps to really even out my skin tone. But this morning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some of our Bella bronzer first before I do my makeup. This is a cream bronzer, and I know that it's a little bit, it can be kind of intimidating because cream bronzers are different, but I'm just going to use this brush here. This is the large end of my B Squared brush, and it's a blush and bronzer brush, and if you don't have it, you'll absolutely love it. This is the perfect blush placement for this end. Plus, I like to do my highlight with it sometimes too. And then this is great for bronzer, be it cream or our powder bronzer. So I'm just going to even out my skin tone a little bit and get a nice little sunless tan here. And then this is going to really make my highlight pop. So a lot of times people ask me just kind of how to make their highlight really pop out, and this will really help with that. So I know this is kind of weird, but go with me here. Getting that first layer, especially if you have skin that has like problem areas or hi Sandra, maybe you have sunspots or acne or whatever, this is going to really help. So, and then I'm going to bring it down, of course, on my neck, and I'm doing all of this before I'm highlighting and contouring. And who is excited for spring break? What are you doing today, Sandra? I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this weekend. It's been so crazy. It actually snowed yesterday. I woke up to snow everywhere, and I was just like, I can't understand what's going on here. What's happening? Our spring break already happened, but I feel like it doesn't count when it snows. Okay, so there you go. Not really super complicated. I'm just putting it all around and giving a nice glowy look. And then I'm going to actually flip it over to this side. This is the blush side. And I'm going to use this for a nice full coverage highlight look. And I'm going to use this is my Sweet Hack Stack. It's a double-decker compact. All of my creams are in this one that I like to use. And I'm just going to use this side to apply my highlight, and look at how like smooth and glowy that looks. Isn't that pretty? Carly wants to know if there's any tips. Hi Carly, thanks for commenting. I want to know if there's any tips for oily skin. I recently got mine and my skin is so oily it doesn't set. Okay, so yes, absolutely. Number one tip, I feel like a lot of people have really oily skin, so it's not like don't feel badly or like, you know, like you just can't wear this makeup without it. So the first tip is that I can give you is kind of backwards, but is to moisturize. I love recommending the Milk moisturizer to people with oily skin because like at nighttime before you go to bed, putting that on is really amazing. And it will help your skin, because what you can find with oily skin is that it's actually really dry a lot of times. And it's just your face kind of trying to overcompensate. Look at that, you guys. It's such like a pretty airbrushed look. It's lots of times it's your skin trying to overcompensate for how dry it is. So that's my first tip that I think we don't think about a lot. Jennifer, I used Bella All Over first, and then I'm using Aura right now, my highlight. So you guys make sure you get in on this giveaway, share this video, and use the link above to purchase anything, and you will be entered in to win up to $500 in free makeup. That includes the clutches, brushes, everything like that. So, okay, back to oily skin. The next thing is to use a really small amount of makeup. That goes for oily or dry skin. When you're putting it on, using a brush like this to really kind of just work it into the skin and making sure that you have the right color so you don't have to put a lot on. If you don't know which color is best for you, I can help you out with that. There is a link above. You can get a color match for me. Okay. All right. So that's kind of like my base layer there. And I think it looks so nice. And I'm going to go back in with bronzer later, but I really like this like glowy look. So really stippling it into your skin and working it into your skin is Jessica. Hi. Again, you're the best. Really working it into your skin is going to help make it set, and then following it up with some Stay Spray. So I already sprayed some of this onto my perfector, but then following it up with some of that is going to really help. But putting it on your perfector helps me a lot when I'm setting someone's oily skin, because I'm really just pressing it in and helping it to set. And then I'm also, with all of that like setting properties of the Stay Spray, and then also just pressing it in and getting it to kind of stay there. So I'm kind of going fast, but I like just kind of bounce. Don't rub it all, okay? So, sorry, you guys. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my contour. And I love to do my contour. Everybody knows I love to do my contour with the sharp end of my Detail Hack. And I love to do it because it just gets it right here. And contour is tricky. But I want to tell you this. I've never had anyone say that their contour is too dark. And that's because our contours are creams, and so they can really easily be you can put on as much as you want to or as little as you want to. They can be buffed out, or they can be, see, I'm just picking it up like this with the edge. They can be buffed out, or they can be you can put more on at any point. So what I like to do is make sure that your contour is dark enough first, and then you can always buff it out later, right? So I'm just using the edge here, and it just helps me really get that perfect line. And I'm just tapping it here and getting it right in there. I tried spraying my face with Stay Spray and it felt like a fire hose to the face. That might be a broken nozzle if it's that like stream squirty. So I would definitely email customer care for that, because that it shouldn't be like that. But I also really, really like to put it on my perfector and help like press it into the skin. Thank you so much for the share, Christina. Okay, so the next thing is then I use my brush like this, and I get plenty of contour here, and I'm just trying to pull all the focus into my features that I really want to feature. And what I've noticed, I did my mom's makeup the other day, and it was so fun just to do her makeup for Mother's Day, and got her all of her compact all set up with some new colors. And I just like forget how amazing contouring is when really trying to pull features out. And suddenly like her blue eyes just popped out as soon as I put her forehead contour on, because it just really, all that brightness from your forehead just pulls focus, and you really want it to be not your forehead. You want it to be your eyes or your lips or your cheeks or whatever. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing right here along the jawline, and then most people have a little line right here on their chin. It's also called a double chin, but it's just a line there. And so you want to do your contour behind that shadow, because if you just put it right on that shadow, you're just going to be deepening that shadow, okay? So I come in right at the shadow and go backwards. And that is awesome right there. If you have like a white patch right here, all that people are going to see is that white patch. But now it's just been made a shadow, and my neck looks amazing and my jawline looks amazing. Sandra says she loves the Stay Spray. It smells so good. It makes your makeup last longer. It really does. I almost feel like, rule of thumb, if you have oily skin, put it on after. If you have dry skin, put it on before. For some reason, it just, if I put it on after with my dry skin, I feel like it kind of separates my makeup. All right, there you go. So there's that for contour. Sometimes I go in and just do a little bit more because I'm about to do some powder bronzer over top also. So now I'm going to use Summer Love blush, which I'm in love with, the Lip and Cheek color. This is that small end of the B squared that I already used for my highlight. And because these brushes are specifically made for creams, you see how perfectly it just gets it right in there. And I kind of go to the last third of the eye is where I start. Anyway, just gets it right on there. And because they are specifically formulated for creams, they don't just like scoop up your product and just soak your product up. And really like create this yucky brush thing. Like I used this. I just used this for bronzer. Do you see any bronzer on the brush? No. So people do ask, like, do I have to have the brush? And I say, sorry, I like a lot of blush. They say, do I have to have the brush? And I say, just try them out. And if you feel like you have something that you can replace it with, then you can totally return it. You can try everything out and return it for up to 30 days and exchange it up to 60 days. So that is so awesome. I think it's really an awesome return policy. Okay, so I'm going to, what do I want to do next? I'm going to put a little bit of this really light highlight. This is Moonlit. And this is my Best Blends Forever brush. This end is great and tapered for like illuminator up here. And this one is perfect for blending highlight and just getting it. It's so soft and it's so gentle. And look at how much more lifted this side looks as opposed to this side. I'm all about the like side to side. And I'm going to put a little bit over here on my chin, right here on my nose. See that side? How just like extra brightened? Extrally brightened. I don't know that it looks from side to side, just a teeny little touch. And when I recommend your colors for you, I'll usually recommend 2 highlights for you. So this side, I mean, so bright and perfect looking. This side is great, but you still have those little indentations that kind of take away and make the face droop. Really awesome, huh? So that's what highlighting and contouring is all about, is bringing forward, that the light brings forward, the dark pushes back, and so you're just bringing forward those areas that you really want to highlight. And doing it right in those like little shadow areas is going to help a lot too, to bring those forward. I'll do a little bit right here. And I'm going to contour my nose today using my, if I can find it, I always set everything down, using this side again of my Detail Hack brush. So because it's so sharp, it's perfect for that. Right up to my eyebrow, right down to my nose, or the tip of my nose, coming in on the other side. It's not hard to get a really perfect nose contour with this brush. And obviously now I'm going to take this little bit of highlight that I did. Thank you, Tashina. I'm glad I make some sort of sense here, because I feel like I'm always rambling. And then I'm going to, you don't want to drag the dark all the way down your nose, okay? That's just going to make your nose look bigger. So this is a little bit more of that really light highlight. And then I'm going to take my perfector. You guys like my lashes? I did a lash video last night. So if you want to know about my lashes, I did them myself. They're awesome. They last about 10 days on average. And no more strips, no more extensions, no more annoying mascaras. And they do not cost a lot either. I love them. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is get some more, get this brush again here, and I'm gonna take my powder bronzer, if I can ever find it. Here we go. It's in this one. And this is a big brush head here, so I like to double up and put 2 of the Cayman bronzers together so that I can just brush over it. And get a nice amount there, and then I'm just going to go right over top of my, and this kind of helps to set the makeup without it getting powdery and cakey, and then giving a really pretty sun-kissed look. I'm kind of blending out the rest of that contour up here. Going right over the top of your blush, because that's where your cheeks would normally bronze up. And I'm putting it down here. to help everything even out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm trying not to expose myself too much today. Sorry if I have. I just love this little robe so much. It's so cute. All right, so there you go. That's nice and like set, really pretty. And helps me have that like healthy bronze look. And then I'm going to put on some illuminator, and I just can't get enough of our new illuminator Angel. It's like a pink champagne color, and so it really just looks really nice on the skin. It really does, because our skin is kind of that naturally, that pinky peachy look, and it just is healthy and it's so pretty, very feminine glow to it. And then I put a little bit right here and a little bit right here and then right up here. And now I'm gonna slay my brows. All right, so most of you know that are veterans with this. Thank you. You guys make sure that you enter to win in this giveaway. It's such an awesome giveaway. And we're gonna see how quickly, I'm just opening up parties and then I'm closing them. And if they fill up super fast, they're gonna get closed. The more that they fill up, the faster that they fill up, and the more that they fill up, the higher your chances are of winning and the more winners we can get. So that illuminator is Angel. Okay, so any order from the link on this video goes into a drawing for, and you guys, the drawing, like on average, I would say it's a drawing between you and about, your chances are about like 1 in, on average, probably 10. So it's a really good average. Okay, so to be winning. So get in there and make an order. Okay, so the next thing to do with my brows, everybody who knows me knows that I do a bird is the brow color that I really like to use. But I've kind of been enjoying having my brows be a little bit darker lately. So I have been using bird, and let's see if I can even find it. It's a newer color. It's called Philly, and it is a nice like reddish brown color. And I just like it because it's warm, but it's not too warm, so it's not orangey. Okay, so this is my Hotline brush. Right here, it has that really nice sharp angled tip and then a spoolie on the end. So I'm going to just brush in, just tapping a little bit of this on there. And then I'm just gonna come right in here and so I feel like bird looks perfect on me, but if I just want a more dramatic brow, I really do like the Philly for that right now. So give it a shot if you feel like you need a reddish brown color. And I'm really happy with it. I was really concerned back when I started using like shadows for my eyebrows because I couldn't find anything that I felt like the right brow color. Boom, so different. And so I just was like, well, I don't want to use shadows again, because I'd used shadows in the very beginning and I just felt like shadows just didn't set and they wouldn't stay. And I was just never happy with them completely. But I can't tell you how well these stay. And I never have to feel like I have to set them or that I have to use something else like crazy to get them to stay. And they stay all day. It doesn't flake off. And I actually feel like pencils or crayons, I guess I should say, kind of. They're kind of that crayon texture. Because they're more waxy, they have more of that like slide ability on them, where they don't necessarily stay as long. So, all right. I'll perfect these babies in one sec here when I can get a little closer. But not too bad. Not too bad for freehanding. And then if you want to come to a party tonight, I am going to be doing eyeshadow basics, and there's a link on my page. So let me know if you want to come to the party. And I will add you to the group. All right, so nice. And now I'm going to just throw on some, I'm going to put on some lip liner. This is my favorite liner technique here. I'm going to clean off my brush a little bit. This is actually a contour that I'm going to use for my lip liner. And this is going to give a really natural, pretty lip with some good dimension. So this is actually my eyeshadow brush that I'm going to use next and be done. And this is the Contour Indigo. Beautiful contour, nice and deep. Like a reddish brown. And so that I don't have like that line, I'm brushing it on with this brush. I just really feel like makeup shouldn't be perfect. Not only does it not have to be perfect, I don't think it should be perfect, because that's just like, there's something so beautiful about the smudgy imperfections, where you're just really highlighting your best features. And so I don't make it all kinds of like, perfection is not my stance. It's not my goal ever. Okay, that's nice and dark, but then I'm going to take that Summer Love and I'm going to go right over top of that. Hang on here. With like that light pink. I have the windows open. You guys can hear the birds. So pretty, right? If you want a more matte look, you could do this with nude. And then I just like to kind of blend it in and go. And you can certainly mix different colors and whatever else and use different contours, but I love this one. So check that out. Okay, and then lastly, my eyes. I'm just gonna do a really simple eye look today. I have a couple of shadows here that I'm going to use. This is, and then I'm going to be doing eyes again tonight, so I'm just going to go nice and simple. I'm putting on Mama eyeshadow here to kind of blend all around. And oh, goodness gracious. I'm like, that's really dark. Oh yeah, because I didn't wash off the other side of my brush. But that's okay because I'm going to use a darker one over it. How long does the lipstick last? Is that what you're asking, Christina? I mean, it's not like a long wear lipstick or anything like that, but the color seems to really hold, like not the glossiness necessarily, but because I lined it with that nice deep indigo color, I feel like the dimension really holds. Okay, there you go. So that pretty pink all over, and then I'm gonna go nice and up there with it. And this is more of like a ombre eye instead of, normally I do more dimension with my eyes, but I'm loving my lashes and I'm happy with those. And so I'm just mostly going to be just doing an ombre eye. So then I'm going to do a, like a medium mauve color. This is Lullaby. So pretty. It's also matte. And I'm just going to be putting that right in the crease from all the way from side to side, making sure that I'm accentuating the outer eye here with that. Patrina, which I love your name, it's so cute. If it's a cream foundation, does it rub off easily if you touch your face? Not if you don't put too much on. That's the thing that I have found with creams, is that that's a big concern for people. It's like, is it gonna rub off? If it's coming off, you have too much on. That's my first tip for you. And another thing is that it kind of brings up the subject, why creams? Creams just look so much more natural. They set on your face so much nicer. They won't oxidize, so they won't turn orange, and they won't flake off or slough off like liquids or powders and things like that. And they just have that beautiful natural glow without you having to actually put shimmer on your face. All right, so now I have that mid-tone in there and a little more right here. And now I'm going to cover this part with this beautiful plum color, which is called Kin. And I'm just using all the same sides of my brush here. And this technique, this ombre technique, and I'm really kind of turning it into a smoky eye. And what that does is, because it takes all the darkness or all the light off of your lids, it pulls focus to the whites of your eyes. And I could use shadow shields, but I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that. But I really should. So instead I just be careful and I stipple onto my eyes, and then anything that I have dropped down, nothing, good. We're good, guys. All right, so now I'm going to take this same brush. I love this brush. I seriously have so many of them because, which still I didn't have a clean one. That was great. But anyway, I have so many of them because I just love this end and this end for everything. So now I'm going to take it with my shadow and I'm going to just take the edge of it like I did with my contour. And I'm going to put it right under my eye here. Remember I said I love the like smudgy look. And this is basically how to do a super simple, natural looking, not natural, more neutral looking smoky eye without having to do all the crazy techniques and worry about looking like I don't know, too dark or whatever, too deep. All right, so now with that placed, I'm going to wipe my brush off again. And I'm just going to use it for blending. So making sure I get all that color off. All right, you guys, there you go. That's a nice, more like a neutral tone, smoky eye, super simple, really pretty, and really easy. Anybody can do that. And then I have that little glow from my bronzer. And thank you so much for your compliment, Patrina. That's so sweet. I did actually do a video on my hair recently too. So if you want to know like the colors and stuff that I use and how I keep it vibrant. And thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, one last time I'm going to explain to you how the giveaway works, okay? So there is a link in this video. Share this video, and the more that, basically that's going to help increase the chances of winning and the prize, the actual prize itself, okay? So how you enter is you need to make a purchase using any purchase using the link in this video. Just like the link on the top there. Any purchase whatsoever goes into the drawing, and then as soon as the parties, you're not really sure when they're going to close, as soon as they close, the winner will be announced and another link will go up just until we're done. So take advantage of this, super fun. Have a great May. I'm so excited about spring. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, share, whatever you can do. Thank you again. And I will talk to you soon.